ran across something this morning that stopped me in my tracks, and there's a very good chance that not many of you saw it, because there is a young kid who probably doesn't think he's a young kid, but he is to me, and he's on our ministry team, and I ran across his video this morning, and it simply was, what do you need from God? And sometimes the simplest purity of what do you need takes me back to a space before they taught us all these things, and a space before lights, and a space before stages, and a space back to where it's simply an altar and a person, and what do you need? And I was so moved by that. I was late for work, and I remember favoriting this video, and I'm going to come back to that. I get a message later on today, and a friend of mine says, I put what I needed. And I kid you not, like I got it today. I got what I needed. And my friend had hurt herself this week on accident, and she was finishing up a project, and she's the kind of person who cooks for everyone when they're sick. Like, if I don't feel well, there's going to be more food than I can possibly intake in that time, but she's going to do it, and she's going to overkill it, because it's not about that you can eat that much. It's about, I love you this much. I want you to see the surplus of that love, and I also want you to get better, and I want to be part of you getting better. Like, I want to nourish you. And I've always thought that's such a beautiful way to be, and that's the way our grandmothers were. That's the way it was back in the day, is that we fed each other. And this being her love language, I don't know that she would have thought, I don't know if she wrote it down or just thought it, but she happened upon someone in her neighborhood, and she told her the story of the week, and she said, well, can I bring you food? Well, not only does the woman bring food, but she brings tacos and fruit, and it's like this big, more than enough type thing that my friend would have done for me. There's no way they'll eat that whole thing. And that wasn't the point. The point, especially in the southern states, is that we want you to have what you need, and also in the surplus know that God is going to sustain you, because they're more than you even ask for, or more than you even thought you could take in. And she came back, and I could tell that it really, really touched her. And it really, really touched me, what she said. And I meant to tell my friend today that, you know, that little video that you made today was a lot bigger than you might have knew, because it actually sparked these miracles that might seem small to you, but were quite large to other people. And so I always have been a student of the Word. Like, I've always been a student of my own students, and I learn from the people that I work with, and I learn from people around me, and I learn from other ministers. And there was a point in time in life where this was such a cut and dry thing for us to say, what can God do for you? You know, in the temple, the Lord comes to Samuel, and he says, what can I do for you? And I was reminded of that today. So I am going to pull a page from Nick's book, since you didn't all see this video. And you can thank him for bringing this to you. And you can thank the Holy Spirit for laying it on his heart, because it touched my heart, it touched her heart, it touched Rick's heart, it touched probably so many other people that I didn't even get to see today. So my question to you today is the same that Nick proposed to me and my friends and his friends, and that question would be, what do you need from God? Put in the comments, and what do you need from God? Like, what can God do for you? And it was so nice to see that first thing this morning, to be reminded of the simplicity of Jesus, and the beauty of, yes, the persistence of prayer, and yes, the persistence of worship, but also the just down to the bone honesty of, Lord, I need this. And that honesty and God's kindness and heart for us. And not just that, but the heart of his people to even remember to ask that, like Nick did today. And so I'm just really, I'm proud of Nick. I'm proud of God. I'm proud of this neighbor we don't even know. I'm just kind of proud of the whole lot of it, and I just want to leave that here with you today. What do you need from God? And also, do you just not understand that it could be that simple? Because sometimes this old preacher forgets too. And it was such a nice reminder that God is so simple and so just and so kind.